On this episode of Tough Garage, we introduce you to a new project car that we've been working on, Project Big Ones.
Man, what's the name?
I don't know, that's what Ellie named the car.
We'll probably take big ones to drive it.
Wrong sort of big ones. We'll get to that later. So first up, we'll give you a little history on the car and how the car ended up being worked on here. The car is owned by Ellie and is a 1979 Ford Mark II Escort sedan. Ellie bought the car in 2014 after working with a friend on a previous Escort and falling in love with them. He saw the potential that the car had to be modified and soon began his own search to find one.
The previous owner had bought the car from a dealership in the late 90s. At some point the car was pulled off the road in the late 2000s and had not moved for many years.
It was at around this time that Ellie bought the car for just $1,800. After he gave it a quick inspection, Ellie could already see signs of rust, but he wasn't fully aware of how bad it was.
Thought he had a bargain, eh?
Yeah, I bet you did. When Ellie got the car home, the first it went was down the road, back, into the garage, and that was it.
Ellie then proceeded to strip the car down to its bare bones. He installed an SR20 in it with a 5-speed from an S15.
So as Ellie was stripping the car down, he saw more signs of rust. It was at this point that he sent it off to a panel beater. But after going and checking on the car, he didn't like what he saw and ended up bringing the car back home.
Although the panel beater did do some work, Ellie didn't know that it wasn't done properly.
Although one of the bits that was done properly and was not done at that panel beating shop at a different place was the replacement of the entire roof skin. The roof had a gear roof, so it had the vinyl, it had all rusted out, and so a complete replacement roof was needed. Ellie went to a wrecking yard, found the roof he needed, got that cut for him, and then completely welded back in and replaced at the other panel shop.
When Ellie brought the car back from the panel beater, he started to concentrate on the running gear.
Ellie found a written off S15 Sylvia with all the running gear bits that he needed. So with the help of a few friends, he ended up fabricating some engine mounts and gearbox mounts to mount all the running gear back in the car. He started buying suspension components, brake upgrades and a new diff.
So once he was happy with the drivetrain, it was time to go back to the body.
It's at about this stage that I continue the story. I saw a photo come up on my Facebook feed through a mutual friend. The photo was of an Escort engine bay, which I recognised straight away, which was covered in all different types of filler. I asked about the car and who owned it and if they needed any help with it.
The next day, Ellie was knocking on the door with a ton of questions.
He gave me a few rust pieces that he wanted me to fabricate and I made them up for him to see what he thought.
Ellie was very happy with the results and got us to take on the whole project.
And so when I first went to see the car, this is what I was met with.
The car looked like it was in high fill and guide coat.
Little did we both know what we were about to discover. On the next episode, we'll start showing you some of the progress of Project Big Ones.
Man, why did he call it that?
Just give it time, man. Give it time and you'll get it. On the next episode, we'll start showing you the progress on Project Big Ones.
Man, I still do not understand why you say that.
No, not why I say that. Because why he called it that. On the next episode, we'll show you some of the progress on Project Big Ones.
Man, why did you call it that?
Again.
What?
Why did he call it that?
Yeah.
Not you. You said, why did you call it that?
Why did you call it that?